Hey, everybody. It is Tuesday. It's 8 a.m. We got our coffee. We're ready to go. We're talking about
Yeah.
trash talk and all. I got on this thing about weather because we are starting to enjoy some much better weather. We went through a crappy winter with ice, and so then early spring, high winds, sandstorms, all kinds of stuff. Temperatures 80 degrees one day and 45 the next. It's been nuts. It's kind of normalized now, although we're getting a fair share of rain. Uh, but I thought, just for the hell of it, if I was to move, and I'm throwing the question out to you too. If you were to move anywhere else around the country and everything, A, would weather be an indication as to where you might want to move? And B, if you said, okay, I just want to go where the weather is about the same all year round,
Hmm.
where would it be?
Well, I still think I would like the seasons. That's a big one for me. That's one thing that I truly miss. And I know, like, technically speaking, everybody gets a season, but let's be real, I would like a season. And I know some people have experienced, I mean, New Orleans got snow for crying out loud. I would like to at least have the proper opportunity to get some seasons, that were legit and not an anomaly. And I think it's a lot of hard places to find that do that. I mean, New York, not that I would live downtown New York, obviously, but or in the city, but New York has some beautiful, like New York is beautiful when you get outside the city, it's beautiful. And they do experience some crazy snow, but they have great falls and great summers. They've also had some scorchers. So, to me, it would be a seasonal thing. That's where I would look first. I could understand if the weather was like consistent.
Well, and I feel the same way about Detroit or Chicago and everything. Yeah, we get some really hot days, but it gets cool at night. You get your winter, but winter ends and spring comes and the trees blossom. And I agree, fall is my favorite
Sure.
when the trees start to change colors. The
Yeah.
leaves fall on the pathways, and you crunch, crunch, crunch underneath your feet. And all.
100%.
But it's just some of that consistency. And of course, on the list that I saw, naturally, and I think it's for obvious reasons, Hawaii is listed as the best place because
But
they do have
who can live there?
what. But that's it. You pay for that privilege, plus the fact you can't just get in your car and just drive someplace that's got a different landscape.
Well, I mean, you could a different
You're
island.
locked
You
in.
bounce to a different island. But
Yeah,
again, like it's Hawaii. So even if you can afford to live there, what are you gonna do? You gotta got a good job. And let's not
yeah.
forget, there's some parts of Hawaii that, come on now.
Well, they have volcanoes, folks. So I mean, there's a trade-off. Uh, Naturally, the southern part of the United States, as far as like places to retire, the New Mexico, Arizona, Southern
God,
California, the top listed city in the United States in the mainland is San Diego. San
ain't
Diego,
no.
California is listed. Santa Barbara, San Diego, Southern California is listed for their overall be- best weather patterns. Except
Really?
what
Weren't they
happened
just
this
on
year?
weren't they just on fire?
They were just on fire, and they
So
also
yeah,
had
let's
these
go move to Santa
massive,
Barbara.
yeah, massive storms from off of the ocean. You
Come
know,
on.
uh, you know, southern Florida, Key West is listed there. Well, but you got the possibility of hurricanes and storms down there, but overall, the temperature is kind of moderate.
But here's the thing. Okay, so the temperature's moderate, but you're dealing with a hurricane that could wipe you off the face of the planet.
It's true. Well,
Great.
it's I this is gonna blow you away. But also on that list is
Literally.
San Francisco.
Nobody's living in. No. Okay. I'm putting a
I'm trying
kibosh
to.
on
I
it.
can't justify that one. I mean, it. the fog, the smog, the rain, and
No,
everything.
not even that. No, throw that out the window. San Francisco is a cesspool of crack, meth, and drug dealers, gangbang. It is a cesspool. You can sit there and look at it, but just Google San Francisco safety and see what you. I don't want to hear that the weather and the weather makes it a wonderful place to work. Yeah, for what? The crackhead that's trying to rob me?
Well, and you also wonder, do the crackheads and the pickpockets and everything pick places like San Francisco because the weather is good
Of
most of
course.
the year?
Look, Colorado, Denver, Colorado has a massive homeless drug problem. Okay, massive. And it's because of what they did to legalize the drug usage over there. They all moved out there. Half of them couldn't find a job. The others got hooked. And literally, I have walked down a street and seen it is like Skid Row. I have walked down the street and have seen just bodies. And I've turned right around and been like, I'm good. The same thing in San Francisco. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Well, and this is another one that I think we'll try it might have a little bit of an issue too. Austin,
All
Texas,
right, I'm leaving. I'm done. I'm out
San
of the show. I'm out of here. Austin, Texas. Stop it.
San Antonio, Texas, the middle part of Texas, they say is great because of the overall weather patterns. Wait a minute, we're in Tornado Alley. You know,
Yeah.
like that's like putting Tulsa and Oklahoma City on the list when you could open up your window any day and see a black funnel cloud coming down your street.
Well, San Antonio doesn't really get any tornadoes too bad. I mean, they get them, but it's not. And I could see San Antonio being nice because, I mean, where it is.
It's further enough south.
But Austin, you can keep it.
I
Now
know.
Austin's beautiful. The further, like when you get even a little further south of Austin, just not much, and you just get outside of Austin. Like there's a brewery down there that's right off the lake. That's amazing. Like it's beautiful, and there is stuff to do. It's also like college town, drunken robbery, rape
Right.
city. But hey, you're okay with that.
And also on the list for some reason is North Carolina and South Carolina.
Okay, here's the
Now,
thing. I think the
now I know they
Carolina.
got nice seasons in
Yeah,
North Carolina
yeah,
from the coast to the
yeah.
mountains and everything. But if the hurricanes don't come up through the Gulf of Mexico, where do they go? They
Yeah,
go
that's
right
true.
up
They
the
just
coast
got
of
hit.
Florida and they hit North and South Carolina.
And then they were on fire too. So,
Yeah. So
but it is beautiful. It's a place, I'll tell you right now, that's got beautiful weather. I don't want to live there, but I had friends that lived there and they were in a beautiful little valley, right outside Louisville, Kentucky. Beautiful rolling hills, trees, cool weather, nice
horse
nights.
country.
Yeah, it was beautiful, and she lived out there, and then you could get to Louisville, you get downtown really quick. Um, I don't think I'd live there, but honestly, it was really, really nice to visit. Like I understood maybe why people in their older years or a young, I don't know, maybe a young family that still wanted to have that like country vibe. I got it.
Yeah. I mean, that's why
This list sucks.
but like Louisiana was
What?
a little higher on the list. And I'm thinking, are you kidding me? How many times do they have to rebuild Baton Rouge and New Orleans from the storms that always seem to end up there?
I think like if you're just looking at it from a weather perspective, then you've got to take away these places that get massive hurricanes and tornadoes. Like if you're just
Yeah.
talking temperature and you're ignoring every other aspect, dude, San Antonio gets hot.
Well, yeah, but that's what the thing that I scratched my head on looking at this survey is that on the one side, everybody wants to be along the coastal areas, to be around the Gulf and to be around
Sure.
the oceans and everything for the beauty and all that. But that's where the weather patterns often hit. And you talk about we talked about in a last show or something about Iowa. When you look at Iowa, Nebraska, uh, you know, Colorado, along that middle part of the country and everything, that's the areas where you still get a little bit of snow and you get a little bit
Yes.
of warm and all, and that's where it seems the concentration is the best. But when I look at this list and you see Los Angeles and you see that, and I think Maine is one of the most beautiful states in
Yeah.
this
Oh,
country.
absolutely. Yeah. Hands
But
down.
unless you got a stockpile of wood in the wintertime to stay warm and everything, it can get brutal in Maine.
True. True.
So but I think the bottom line to this whole conversation is we all seem to fall into that grass is always greener syndrome, that wherever you live, you hate the weather. I mean,
Yeah.
we hate 105 in Texas in the
I hate
summer,
it. I
and
hate
then
it.
we hate it when the winter comes and it drops down to the teens
Don't
and
throw
you're
me in
not
that
used and
category.
everything
No, no, no,
shuts
no, no.
down.
Take me out of that we conversation. I will take that,
Well,
period. Because it takes us about 3 months to cool our big state down because it's literally been the seventh layer of hell forever. So
right.
and that's coming. And I can't wait to come back to this conversation and say, oh, you guys happy now? You have
That's right.
109 degrees, and when you walk outside, your flip-flops melt. Yay. Great.
You,
I can't
you
even go
stick you
swimming unless
stick
I
to
go at
the
8 a.m. I got to go swimming at 8 a.m. because I'm just sitting in the pool like roasting like a rotisserie chicken, you know? Texas is awful with the weather.
and,
I hate
and
it.
thinking about those times that you were saying, man, I wish it would warm up.
I don't remember saying that. I want somebody to go back over the years and pull footage of me saying I wish it would warm up. Please.
I mean, I have said that in
I
the
know
winter
you
time,
have. I
and
don't say
frankly,
it.
I would rather go out with sweaters on and a parka and all
Give me
that,
a
deal with
hoodie.
the temperatures that way than that 105 in the summertime when you go outside and you
Yes.
inhale and it's like somebody just lit a fire in your chest.
Well, and the other thing about the cold, again, and I say this, Texas shuts down so many times when it gets super, super cold. You don't even have to go outside. You can just,
Well,
oh, I don't have
that's
to go
right.
anywhere. Cool.
It's just you have to figure out what to do with the kids because they got another day
Hey,
off from
man,
school.
I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. This winter was not that bad. We actually had nice snow to play in, and it was fun. Then we got a little bit of ice one more time.
Yeah,
That was
it was
it.
bearable.
It was like if you added up the days that were bad, it's like 5 days. Like, calm down, Texas, you bunch of pansies.
Or move to San Antonio.
Yeah, there you go. Why don't you go to Austin? So beautiful there. Or I got an idea, San Francisco. What could go wrong?
Yeah, yeah, or Boise, Idaho.
Yeah,
I don't know why
great.
I said that. There was a time in my life that I wanted to live in South Dakota,
Why?
but to this day I can't exactly remember why.
Like, I go there, like, I know somebody there, and she she tells me about how cold it is all the time, but she talks about, like, the bars they go to, and I'm like, yeah, that sounds fun. A nice little
That
crappy
that's what you
bar.
do in cold weather.
I'm down. I'm like, you know what? I'm in.
Well, no matter what the weather is, where any of you live, it's always, seems to be better someplace else until you go there for a while.
True. True that.
And also, just as they say, suck it up, buttercup, and enjoy the weather that you got because it's bound to change quickly pretty soon anyway.
Yeah, that's true. It is. So,
So anyhow, whatever the weather is where you are, we hope you're enjoying it. And at least every Tuesday morning at 8 o'clock, you can get out of the weather and just sit in front of your computer and watch us.
true. Yeah, we don't care.
All right. Catch up with you next week.
See you
Bye.
guys.